The most effective way to get a point across is to tell a story. How good a storyteller are you? Hello again, everyone. I'm Eli's dad with Project Eli, where we educate, we lead, and we inspire. And you'll find that there's truth in that, whether you're speaking to a group of people as a public speaker, or a small group of people and making a presentation at work, or whether you're just talking to your child and telling a story as a teaching lesson. How effective are you at storytelling? We're going to go over a couple of points. We're going to have a 2 or 3 part series here on storytelling. But first I'm going to start off by telling you a story, and then we'll get to it. Okay? Now let's suppose I wanted to tell a story about, let's see, a point that I've made a zillion times in front of a group of people, is that you pay too much attention to social media because anybody can make anything sound great. So let me tell you the story that proves that. Okay? See, one time I was out and I was talking to a man, and they had just captured a famous outlaw. The famous outlaw is Pancho Gonzalez, and it was on the front page. And I'm looking at the story in the newspaper, and this guy comes over and he says, "I know Pancho Gonzalez." I said, "You know Pancho Gonzalez, the famous outlaw?" He says, "Do I know Pancho Gonzalez? Do I know Pancho Gonzalez?" One time we out in the Wild West, and he comes up from behind the bush and he says, "Stick him up." I don't want to do this, but he has the gun, so I do it. Then he says, "Strip." I don't want to do this, but he has the gun, so I do it. Then he says, "Make number 2." I don't want to do this, but he has the gun, so I do it. Then he says, "Eat it." I don't want to do this, but he has the gun, so I do it. Then we have this terrible fight. I take away the gun, I make him strip, I make him make number 2, I make him eat it. Do I know Pancho Gonzalez? Do I know Pancho Gonzalez? We ate lunch together. Okay, so you can make any particular story sound good at the end. That's my message from social media. But here's the point. We're talking about being an effective storyteller. And I read an article by a gentleman named Matthew Royce that makes a lot of the points that I want to make. So I'm going to kind of quote from him. Big shout out to Matthew Royce. "The best presenters make sure that everything works together. Their images and video, their body language, their facial expressions, and their voice. Great speakers know that an impactful presentation inspires the audience to act. They concentrate on their delivery." Let's go over a couple of points. The title of this article is 7 Points to Help You as a Public Speaker. We're going to go over a couple of them today, and then we'll continue next time we get together, along with another story for you. Okay? First thing, purposeful body movements. You should have a strong posture. Relax your arms at your side. As you talk, you'll begin to gesture naturally. These gestures reinforce your message and help your audience understand what it is you're saying. Your body gestures should be purposeful. They shouldn't be varied so your audience doesn't get bored with the same ones over and over and over again. You got to move your body with intention. It demonstrates self-confidence. Your body movements need to be purposeful. When you're on a stage, make sure you visit each part of the stage, the far right, the middle, the far left. Walk to each area and stop for a couple of minutes in each area. If you need to stay in one location, move your body to face each section of the room. Your body needs to demonstrate that everyone is included in your message. Here's a tip from the author. If you want to make a point, stop moving. Your listeners will pay more attention to your words than your body movements. Point number 2, positive facial expressions. Smiling makes people feel comfortable with you. It makes people feel welcomed. When you speak, your audience pays attention to your facial expressions. Listening is easier when you're smiling. Your facial expression should match your words. So happy words mean you need a happy face. Serious words mean you have a serious face. It would help if you used the full range of emotions. Remember, you can't over smile. Smiling lights up your eyes and tells your audience you're sincere and you can be trusted. When someone in your audience smiles back, you know you have someone engaged in your audience. If you don't smile, maintain an upbeat facial attention. So how do you do this? Simple. And I've mentioned this before. Practice smiling. Practice in the mirror. In other words, practice being sincere. Practice in your car or while you're sitting at a table eating. You're having breakfast, you're having lunch, you're having dinner. Practice. That will help you to be a more effective smiler, or would make you more compelling as a speaker. The success of your presentation will be judged not by the knowledge that you send, but by what the listener receives. So be a storyteller, because what makes fiction powerful is storytelling. And people will remember the stories. You're going to remember Pancho Gonzalez, aren't you? Okay, next time we get together, more on storytelling, some more tips. And remember, until that time, hey, don't ration the passion, fashion the passion. I'm Eli's dad.